Hey everybody, Jillian here. Welcome to a brand new Faith Plan With Me video. Today I'm going to be using my Illustrated Faith Agenda Planner from Dayspring. It's an 18-month planner, and I want to go ahead and do a spread and have you guys watch. So I've got a bunch of new Print and Pray pieces here, some October releases from the Print and Pray shop. I'm super excited to get them into my planner here. In the past, you've seen me do spreads like this, where I'm like faith planning out my whole week. So my daily scripture reading, just a generic prayer that I can refer to throughout the week, and then just some like reading assignments I might have, things to do coming up in the week. And I haven't posted a video like this in a while because this format wasn't quite working for me. So a couple weeks ago, I ended up doing a spread like this, where I used the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday prompts to document what I needed to do that week. And this was really, really helpful for me. And so I'm going to do the same thing this week. So I plan to totally customize this using these and some additional Print and Pray pieces from the Print and Pray shop at illustratedfaith.com. And wanted to share this with you today on a Thursday. I know it's kind of weird, because Dayspring is having a 72-hour flash sale on all of their 18-month agenda planners, and they're including a free gift with every purchase. So I thought that was something you guys might be interested in. I've got all of the information listed in the video description below if you want to go ahead and check that out. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and speed you guys up and let you watch my process. The first thing that I'm going to do is customize the top of the planner spread here. Now this is a really adorable pattern that is like the month's pattern, but I don't necessarily want to use it every single week. So what I'm going to do is cover it with some patterned paper. I was totally inspired by Andrea at Retro Hit Mama when she did this on one of her planner spreads and thought, why haven't I done that before? So shout out to her for this genius idea of using patterned paper or washi or whatever across the top of the agenda planner. So I decided to go ahead and use Tamara Arcilia's patterned paper bundle that is one of the new October releases, and I'm just putting my tape runner down and then trimming off the excess. I'm sure there's a more graceful way to do it, like measuring it and then adhering it, but if you've seen any of my videos lately, you know my track record with measuring things, and that's why I didn't do it that way. Also, I'd like to apologize for the movement here. That's not my camera freaking out, it's my desk. And so I use a white foam core board when I'm recording, and it is just moving all the time because there's nothing holding it down, so I hope it doesn't make you like seasick or anything. Next, I'm going to go in and cut out the pieces that I know I want to use, and I'm taking the acorns from Tamara's set, and I'm going to go ahead and list the name of each set on the screen here. I'm using the Wordfetti from Elaine Davis's set, some more acorns from Tamara's set, that Hope Harvest that's off to the left, that one is from Shauna Noel. That one I know is called Hope Harvest, and I'm going to use those little pumpkins down there on the bottom left and this little Fall into Jesus card, but I don't end up using that, but I really, really liked it. I'm using Salted Brew set here, getting the little owl cut out, and then a couple of the floral pieces. I really loved the colors that she used and how she put those together. And then I thought about taking this barn from Brianna's set. And then I was like, hey, where did Shauna's set go that I wanted to use, Shauna Klingerman? So I'm using the Every Good and Perfect Gift Comes From Above card up on the top left there, along with that coffee cup. I knew I wanted to use that. So I'm just going to go ahead and fussy cut these. I'm also showing you here I've got my little container full of the Word Nerd kit. I use this little plastic container from the Dollar Tree, and I kind of keep all of my kit contents in there because I oftentimes will pull other stamp sets or washi tape or ink pads, things like that. And so using this little plastic bin that was $1 helps me to corral all of those things because they all won't necessarily fit into the little pouch. So I use this planner as like my YouTube planner, and now that I'm on the Illustrated Faith team and I'm on the Print and Pray creative team, I have assignments that I need to keep track of more than just like what happens on my channel here, and I don't have my 23-year-old memory that I once had, and so I use this exclusively for planning out that kind of content and stuff. So I'm just putting the pieces around where I think I might want to use them, trying to see where they look best. And I'm using this basically as a place for me to see in detail like what is due when, what I need to be promoting, things like that. So I'm using these tile alphas. They're from Elaine's printable set from last month, but several of the colors match the printables from this month, and I have a ton of them and definitely want to use them. So like you'll see on Monday here, I marked that there's a Word Nerd entry happening. So my Word Nerd video is going live on that Monday. And then Tuesday, just like every Tuesday pretty much, is a new release day in the Print and Pray shop. And so I'm spelling out the phrase new releases here using the tile alphas. And I did the exact same thing on my last weekly spread like this. So just to like indicate that I want to share about that. And so while I have all of these things on the monthly view, it's helpful for me to see, just to keep this open during the week and for me to see what is happening during the week. Other stuff like doctor's appointments and things like that, that is all documented on our refrigerator so that everyone in the family can see it. And so those types of things don't end up in this planner here. And you can see I pulled out my ring of washi. It's just a plastic embroidery hoop that I got from Michael's. And I pulled out some strips of washi. The black one with white dots is from the List by Faith devotional kit, which unfortunately is no longer available. And then I am also using just a black and white striped washi because I wanted to bring more black into the spread. And so I'm putting those at the top there so I don't forget to use them. At the moment, my washi rings are stored underneath my desk on like some rolling carts that I have. And so I'll think about using a particular roll of washi tape, but unless I actually put it out on my desk, I might forget to use it. And so that's why I kind of like to put it up at the top there. I'm thinking about getting a like craft space organization / tour video up on my channel. If you guys are interested in that, let me know, give me a thumbs up, or let me know in the comments below if that's something that you'd be interested in. I'm constantly like reorganizing my space to like make it work for me. And it's nothing fancy, but yeah, just let me know if you're interested in me sharing that. So here I'm going to take this black washi and tear it in half because I really like just the torn edge look. And I'm going to go ahead and put that along the bottom of the left side, trim off the excess, and then actually it stopped just short of the pumpkins and I want the pumpkins to rest on it. So I am going to go back in here and layer it underneath those pumpkins too. And then I want to go ahead and use that extra little scrap there at the top, make sure that I get it down straight, and that way it kind of like pulls the spread together. So I'm just trying to like move pieces around, see where they might look. I'm adhering them as I go once I determine that that's where I like them. I still want to leave room to write, but I do really want to fill up most of the white space with printables and things like that. So I decided to not use the barn from Brianna's set. It just, I don't know, the red was just kind of not really anywhere else on the spread, and so I opted not to use it. I'm putting in some washi tape along just some of the edges here to make them a little interesting. I'm going to go ahead and get this guy down on Sunday. I don't do anything on Sunday, like for my channel or anything, so I can just cover that up comfortably and know I'm not going to need that space to write anything. Then I decided to use these leaves from Tamara's set and make them look as if they were kind of like falling along the entry. And so you can see size-wise, I put the largest one on the bottom, and then the second largest in the middle, and then the smallest one on the top. And I'm just drawing some like dotted lines here to give them some movement as if they're falling down the page. On the top right, I want to put a little something else. And what I don't love that the patterned paper that I chose is cream, and it's right up next to the white paper in the planner. And so I'm going to break that up a little bit here and add a larger strip of the same black with white spot washi tape just to separate it because I don't like white touching cream. It bothers me. So I have 5 acorns now, an odd number. I try to do that on all of my layouts, Bible entries, things like that. I like things in odd numbers. Now that I have pretty much the big pieces down here, I'm going to refer to the She Reads Truth Study Bible that I use, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be in the Bible for this week. I'm recording this quite a bit ahead of time, and so I'm just like counting days here to see where I am. So this is still the faith planner aspect of it. Since I do have this open all the time, I am just writing down where I'll be in the book of Ephesians for my scripture reading. And then after this, I'm going to go and write down the things that I need to do, like content-wise for my channel and things like that, or assignments, whatever. So you'll notice that what I do on the left, I try and do on the right, and what I do on the right, I try and do on the left. So the black and white striped washi tape made an appearance first on the right, and then I'm going to bring it over to the left. And I try not to do it on the same plane. Next, I'm going to go in with the Created to Create, the original stamp set, because that's what I do, I create. And so this is like a place for me to corral all of the things that I create for my channel or for Illustrated Faith, whatever. And so that stamp set, or the new one, the Created to Create 2, usually makes an appearance on these things. And so for this week, I decided to use the stamp that says Pray, Color, and Repeat on my Thursday entry, because Thursday is like my work day where I get the majority of my stuff done. We get a babysitter for the day, and I'm able to have some peace and quiet and alone time to get the things done that I need to. Then I decided to go ahead and use the stamp set that was included, I think, with the Dwell Retreat, and I stamped a couple things down, like that word abide there next to the owl, and some paint splatters. I didn't want to splatter paint on this entry, but I wanted that look, so I stamped those down around the page. And I like stamping things like off of the paper piece. So you can see that I stamped a little bit on that owl. I stamped those glasses at the top left, a little bit on that hashtag word nerd die cut. I like doing that, like kind of overlapping them a little bit so that they just seem more intentional. So next I'm going through again and writing down some more things before I forget them, now that I have all the big pieces in play. And then you could see I brought a little more washi tape in, like from the Word Nerd devotional kit. And then one of the last things that I do is go in with the word fetty. So this is the word fetty from Elaine Davis's set, and I'm just reading them, trying to see what's going to fit where, what really goes along with this spread. And then I'm going to go ahead and get those guys cut out. So the first one that I cut says "so undeserving," and I thought that would be best next to that piece from Shauna Klingerman that says "every good and perfect gift comes from above." That's James 1:17, and I truly am so undeserving, and so just kind of wanted to glue that guy down there. And then I really liked this one that said "pray continually," and then in a second here I'll go ahead and cut out another word fetty that says "priority in prayer." I really liked this bluish aqua color and wanted to put more of it down on the bottom of the left side, so I cut out this phrase that says "reap what you sow," and I kind of layered it on top of that black washi. I thought about putting it on the right underneath the coffee cup, but you'll see it moves down to the bottom left on top of that black washi to the left of that pumpkin pile. I really am just so pleased with the way this came out. It was really fun to do, and it will be really fun to interact with in the week ahead. So that's it. Here's a finished look at my entry along with a couple of close-ups. If you guys have any questions about any of the products I used, feel free to leave me a comment below. Be sure to check out the awesome 72-hour flash sale on agenda planners over at Dayspring. I've got a link down below if you want to check that out. And I hope you'll check back Wednesday for a brand new Bible journaling process video. I'll see you then.